Alright, welcome back.
We're playing.
Shikamaru's about to take his revenge on this poor, unfortunate soul.
We've seen this already.
We did. We've seen this like 4 times. I told you, I was trying to end the arc early. Just wouldn't let me.
So, here's the thing about him throwing him in the ground. Like, he threw him down there with all the paper bombs to catch him on fire and explode.
Yeah.
But those bombs only detonate once. They're not constantly on fire.
Yeah.
So he's just going to be encased in ground. So he's just going to have to, like, chew his way out of the dirt.
Well, it was designed in a way to make him lose all of his limbs and stuff so that he wouldn't be able to put himself back together to crawl out of the hole.
Right.
That's why he's just like the head by the end, at the bottom.
Okay. I couldn't remember exactly. Which... Okay, that makes sense.
There's like a whole theory about how this guy isn't like given the gift of Joshuin, but he's actually a Sharingan user, and he's using the like Tsukuyomi powers to like constantly change reality so that he never dies. And I'm like,
that's cool, but
and I'm like, that's a neat theory, but it's also a terrible theory because one, he would need to have Sharingan eyes. And he doesn't.
I don't know about you. Going back to the Naruto YouTubers.
Yeah.
Some of them really go on the like fucking deep end.
Oh my god. There's so many of them that have lost their fucking minds. To be fair, I feel like that's true of every theory channel I've ever watched.
True.
But
like, I remember hearing one that was like, I could see it. Where Tsunade, or the 4th Hokage, was actually Tsunade's son. So Naruto is the grandson of Tsunade.
Oh yeah, this has been a theory forever because he calls her Grandma Tsunade.
Which I'm like, I like that theory, but I also, that's really dumb.
Yeah. The idea is that, like, and to be fair, I don't think it's canon, but the idea is that Tsunade had the... No, you just said it. I don't need to explain it. It's...
She had the 4th Hokage.
Is that she had the 4th Hokage. I think the original theory is that she had him with Jiraiya, but that wouldn't make sense because Jiraiya doesn't refer to him as his kid ever.
No.
So, like, that wouldn't make any sense.
It's really dumb to me, and I'm like, okay, that theory's okay, but also dumb.
But, like, that was an early theory. That's back from, like, fucking Naruto. It's just still lingered around for this long, and I don't understand how, because it doesn't actually work.
A huge one is everybody's just like, well, the 3rd Hokage... You know, the 4th Hokage is just a random nobody. You know, his clan has never done anything. And it's just like, yeah. Not everybody needs to be like...
Can happen.
Yeah, not everybody needs to be related to, like, the reincarnation of Jesus.
Well, they say that, but when they say that, they ignore the fact that, like, he was trained directly under the 3rd Hokage. Yeah. So it's like, he's not a random nobody. He was the top student of the 3rd Hokage.
He was the top student of a student of the 3rd Hokage.
Was he the student of a student?
No, wasn't 4th Hokage. The 4th Hokage never trained under the 3rd. He trained under Jiraiya, Jiraiya was.
Oh, yeah, right. He trained under Jiraiya. That's my bad. I mixed them up.
It's too dangerous to fight him by yourself.
Yeah, fuck you. I'm Naruto.
To be fair, and also that still works because Jiraiya was gonna be the 4th Hokage, and the only reason he didn't is because he got Tsunade to do it.
The 5th.
Yeah, the 5th Hokage. So, like, either way, it still works, because he was trained by someone who would eventually be Hokage, theoretically.
Well, here's what I love about it, is, all
Hokages are tied to other Hokages. That's the rule.
That's the rule. What I love about it is, Jiraiya literally turned down being Hokage, not once, 3 times.
Yes. Because he was too busy.
He's too busy with his research.
He's too busy with his research, and also he was trying to scour the world to find the person who would save the ninja world.
Yeah.
Ironically, he could have just stayed in the village of the Hokage, and he would have found him.
Yeah, that's the funniest part.
Make it to the other side. I'll be a kid forever.
Well, it's funny because he finds 3. He thinks 3 different people are the ones who are going to save the world.
Yep.
One of them does it. The other one is the father of the guy who does it. And the other one almost destroys it.
Yeah.
Suppose you haven't seen it yet.
It's well, to be fair, that was part of the intuition. They were like, you're either gonna train someone who brings the end to the ninja world, or someone who saves the ninja world. And he was like, which one is it? And he's like, I don't know. The reason he couldn't tell is because it was both. He got both.
Yeah, he's good.
Sir, this is where he uses the Rasen Shuriken for the first time.
But he
and
doesn't
rips his
throw
chakras right out of his fucking hand.
but because of the Nine Tails, it heals. But like, he's
Tsunade's
never
like,
supposed to do
never
it again.
do it again, and
then
Naruto's
proceeds
just
to
like,
do it again.
Literally, Tsunade's like, never do that again, and Naruto's like, bet.
Well, I think when he does it later, he doesn't use his real body when he does it.
Use a clone.
He
Well, I
uses a
think he just
clone.
starts throwing them after a certain point.
Yeah,
so
he
it,
learns
like,
how to
doesn't
throw 'em.
matter. Yeah,
He learns how to throw him.
he just starts throwing that shit, and then it doesn't matter.
Which is funny because this is like the first time he uses the technique with his friends nearby, and one of them just goes, "Why don't you just throw that?"
He's like, I can't. He's like, I can't. I haven't learned the basic power of Ooga Booga Caveman.
Like, it's not even a joke. Like, one of them, I think it's like,
Yeah, it's because they're constantly like, how are you going to... Because he even taunts him, he's like, how is he going to hit me with it if he can't fucking get anywhere near me? See how he doesn't throw it, though?
yeah.
He hits him with it?
Yeah, we'll get there later, right?
It's because Naruto is too stupid to know how to do that. Wow, that I can't believe the AI
can't
just
believe
woke
that.
up right into that so
That
perfectly.
is amazing.
I'll take it. Wind style demon should sure keep it in.
Boom!
Wait until you see the crazy shit my son comes up with.
It vanishes and explodes and destroys reality.
He figured out how to make a Rasengan that's invisible, and if he touches you at all with any part of his body, it gives you infinite vertigo for the rest of your life. I hope you like suffering.
Yeah, let's just talk about how Baruto is absolutely busted.
I like Bart. I think the reason I like Baruto is Baruto is Naruto if instead of following Naruto you followed Sasuke.
Yeah.
Like, he's just like the ultimate bad guy, but he's like, don't
Doing
worry,
it
I'm
for
the
good.
good guy. I'm doing this for good. I'm making people's life suffering hell because I am the good guy.
Yeah, because Naruto's fighting against trees.
It's like oh my god, there's a third layer.
Holy shit.
Holy shit, the PSP was so advanced for its time.
Mission accomplished.
PS2 couldn't do 3 layers.
No.
Way too underpowered.
Way too underpowered. And you see, they didn't use the Demon Wind Shuriken.
That's like my favorite quote in Baruto, though, is he's like, this guy and him are like having threatening talks towards each other, and fucking the guy's just like, you wouldn't do that, and Baruto just goes,
Bet.
and literally, he just goes like, he's like, I'm not fucking happy-go-lucky Hokage Naruto. I was trained by Sasuke. I'm gonna fucking kill you. He's like, I'm not gonna try and woo you over with friendship. I'm gonna fucking kill you, is essentially what he tells him.
He did it!
Rasen Shuriken! God, I'm so happy we got stock photos for this.
Nah, they're animated, can't you tell?
Yeah, they shook the screen to give the illusion of motion.
Just like Attack on Titan. Dude, look at this stock footage.
I did it.
There's so much motion.
Did it? Yeah. My favorite Attack on Titan thing is when they're like, "Let's go get these Titans, guys!" Yeah, and then they all swing off, and then the screen frames on them, and then slow zooms in while they put like a bright light filter, like you're staring into the sun for some reason. And I'm just like, "Woo! I'm so hyped! The best show ever made! The best show ever made! Woo!"
It's amazing. Even a Sharingan can't do that.
Even my Sharingan can't keep up.
What a jutsu.
I was explaining to Stephanie that how the eyeballs work in this universe.
I didn't know she had 3 hours of free time.
And about how you could just take them out and swap them out like candy.
Not only that, they can just like merge together too, kind of. Like, if they're two Sharingans of the same level, they fuse together when you insert the new eyeballs in.
It's so stupid.
I love it because they never established it, so I just assume that's how it works, is that they just fuse together. Because they never established that they need to remove their eyes to put the new ones in, they just put them in. So, like,
Well, my favorite one is, so,
Almost
Itachi's
time
friend
to
was
pass
I can never pronounce his name right.
Sushui?
Shushui, the
Yeah.
teleporter dude.
Yes, I know what you're talking about.
And he pulls out his eyeballs and gives him he pulls out an eye and gives it to
Yeah,
Itachi.
Itachi, yeah.
And then Itachi just has it.
Yes.
for like the rest of his life,
and he never uses it.
until he uses it in the war arc, where he's just like, "The only flaw of your technique is me," which is a dope ass fucking line.
It is a good line, but technically it's not him. It was his buddy.
Yeah, yeah.
What I find funny is that his buddy gives him that eye, and if he used that eye into his head, he wouldn't have suffered from the thing that was killing his eyes and making him go blind. But he just never fucking uses it, like for no reason.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, he just chooses not to, which I like to think was part of his master plan for him to give his eyes to Sasuke for inheritance.
Yeah.
But like, he could have done it. Like,
Yeah. No, it literally makes no sense to me. The eyeball in Naruto universe makes no sense.
no, it's fucking wild.
Because he gives his eyes to Sasuke,
Yeah.
which was like, what? But then he has them again in the war arc.
Well, yeah, it's because the zombie version got new eyes because he's a zombie or whatever. Don't worry about it. Don't think about it too hard.
And then Naruto just like fucking spits out a fucking crow for some reason.
Dude, that's like my favorite. Yeah, because the crow was used to... Dude, Itachi is the epitome of... don't worry, I had a plan for this. Like, he's the epitome of like you could get into a car accident and like fly through the window and break every bone in your body and be like, don't worry, I've planned for this.
He's infinite shit.
And he's just like... And he would just be like, release, and then all of his bones would be unbroken, and he'd be able to fight at full power.
100%.
But yeah, no, that was just that he implanted a crow inside of Naruto so that if he did come back using the resurrection jutsu, he could break the resurrection jutsu. Obviously, he just knew that eventually someone would do that, and Naruto would probably still be alive when it happened. He just knew.
It is crazy, the foresight he had there.
His foresight is off the charts.
Like I don't even understand how he would even figure that would be a thing he could do.
I love the fucking, like, my favorite... Speaking of the crow, as I always think back to that image that guy posted on, like, Reddit, where it was just, like, Naruto series from the perspective of Itachi, and it's just that clip, it's just that scene from the anime where Itachi goes, "Why are you obsessed with my brother?" to Naruto.
I've said that to you before.
It's like,
Fucking Reddit.
it's like
Why are you so obsessed with my brother?
It's like the funniest and most accurate fucking breakdown of the show
is.
through Itachi's
It is.
perspective.
I think we got to that point in Naruto, and I'm like, it's the meme! It's the meme!
I was such a pain.
Oh my
I
God.
fucking love watching those, like, this movie or this show by the memes.
Yes.
And one of them was Lord of the Rings by the memes.
Yeah.
And it's only just the Lord of the Rings memes.
Of course.
And it's just like, you still get a pretty clear thing of the plot with all this the memes.
When I think about
My favorite Lord of the Rings joke is always the flying hippogriffs or whatever at the end of the
Oh,
movie.
the Eagles?
Yeah, the eagles, and then they just like, I forget who originally made the joke or the animation I watched or whatever it was, but he's just like, they like ride the eagles, they do the thing, and then they ride the eagles off, and then they're just like, why don't we just take those to the mountain? He's like, don't worry about it. No, like, they would have saved us so much time and hassle, and we could have done it like really quickly, and we wouldn't have run into all these people.
The
And he's just
Boromir
like,
wouldn't have died.
he's like, you know what? It's about the journey, man. Come on, like, what? Like, it was about the journey.
Well, but then there's another theory that, like, he actually was telling them to use the Eagles.
yeah,
You know,
but
fly you
oh
fools.
yeah, fly you fools. He was telling them to use the eagles the whole time. Can I be honest with you? Much like Star Wars,
You know,
I think Lord of the Rings is overrated. I think it's kind of stupid.
Well, here's what I love about it.
Yeah.
Is so people have been comparing the Lord of the Rings characters compared to 5th edition's Dungeons and Dragons.
when your baby's
Gandalf?
Yeah.
He uses very little magic.
Yeah, he uses like no magic.
Yeah.
It's like almost no magic at all. I think the closest thing he uses to magic is when he stops the dragon, and I'm not convinced he used magic for that.
Yeah, the
I'm
ball
convinced
round,
that
yeah.
he just hit the floor with the staff
He
hard
did.
enough that it just crumbled.
He did. No, that's 100% right.
It's time for me to
And,
be a
like-
cool adult.
Like, they were like, he's not even like a second level wizard in
No.
D&D speak. Which is insane.
But he did have a lot of gay sex with the Grey Wizard, so it was fine.
Yeah, that's true.
So like it was worth it in the end.
So, I gotta send you that video. And it's a guy, and he's just like, so, I wanted to make something that spins. So I made the best thing that spins on the internet. So he made a video. He made a prop of a Gandalf spinning around in a circle.
The kids that have the future
That's good.
of the village on their shoulders.
And then he goes,
They're the kids.
and then for the next video he makes, it's just like, since I liked making the last one so much, I made something else. And it's the Sidious when he jumps and he's spinning around in a circle.
Nice.
I'm like, this guy is fucking great.
I love the.
I pass on.
You ever see the one with like Gandalf like nodding back and forth, the gif where he's like
Yes.
with the huge smile on his face? I always love that one
The
when it's
meme
put
one?
to the sax drawing. That's a classic. Everyone in our audience is like, "What the fuck is the sax
Inherited your
music
will.
song?" I was born in 2025. I was born in 2005. What the fuck is the sax song? What the fuck does that even mean? What sax song? The hell is a Lord of the Rings? Does that have anything to do with Harry Potter? Like they're talking about wizards, like it must be like a Harry Potter thing,
I
right?
don't like how accurate that is. Yeah.
The fuck is that Harry Potter? I'm waiting for the time where like we're slowly inching towards that point to a point where it's gonna be like, oh man, remember Cartoon Network? And they're like, the fuck is a Cartoon Network? It was a TV show. There were TV shows? Yeah. You turn on the TV and watch it. What, like Netflix? Yeah, you watch stuff and it's like, oh, you like pick what you want to watch? Well, no, you didn't get to pick. It would just randomly be on. Well, that sounds like it sucks. Alright, well, it did, but like we didn't have a choice back then.
Oh, dude, I love explaining things to people who are only like 7 years younger than us on some stuff. Mm-hmm. Like, I know a guy who just turned 21, or he turned 21 like a year ago.
Yeah.
And explaining things to him of when we were kids.
Yes, yep.
And he's just like, oh, yeah, dude, that's crazy. I'm like,
We're so old. I love my favorite is sometimes I like fucking with them though. I'm not gonna lie to you. When I write into someone who's like younger than me and doesn't know about the stuff I talk about, I like to sometimes go way older than I actually am to see if they like realize it. So my favorite is like, yeah, TV used to be a pain in the ass. You have to move the bunny ears on the fucking packet. They were these giant antennas. You had to move them around to get a signal sometimes. And like,
it's funny you say that because I think I had to do a little of that when I was younger.
I was like, you did, but that's because your parents were old and refused to buy cable. Most people didn't have your experience, even in our age group. But yeah, I always love going like way back sometimes where I'll just be like, they'll be like, oh yeah, music used to be physical, you had to buy it and then play it in the thing, and they'd be like, oh, why didn't you just stream it? So we couldn't stream it back then, there was no internet to do it, you had to buy it physically, and they're just like, oh, what did it come on? And I'm like, well, it came on these long tapes that were in a plastic, like, square shape. We used to call them cassettes. Like, just go way older than I actually am and see if they notice.
It's funny you say that, though, because we did have cassettes when we were growing up.
We did. Well, we had the tail end of cassettes.
Yes.
We grew up in the transition from cassette to CDs.
Yes.
So technically we are old.
Stephanie goes on and on about her VHS collection.
I have a VHS collection. In fact, I just moved it up to upstairs. Oh, hold on. The wind blows in the spiral of the world. Countless meetings, preparing waves together, connection, disaster, past, present. The fresh wind summoning. I don't actually want to read this. The only reason I'm pointing this out is because we were technically at the end of the canon Naruto story that we got for this game.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
So this game ends with the Shikamaru arc. After he avenges his teacher, that's where it ends. Now we play through filler.
With new characters?
No! Well, yes, actually. But we don't play as them. They're just for the lore. So what makes this extra funny, right? So what's gonna make this extra funny is that, remember when I was like Oh, there's the pain. When I was like, this game's box art has all 6 versions of Pain on it.
Yeah.
It has the 6 Pains. So you'd figure like, okay, this is the story, and then maybe you get 2 fillers, and then this is probably the Pain arc because Pain's on the box, and all of the Pains are in this game as playable characters. No, they're just in the game. They're just playable characters in the game, but their story isn't here. These are both fillers, and this is also a filler, but it's a special filler. But we'll get to that when we get there.
I can't wait.
Listen,
So I need to actually pay attention now, because this is all filler?
Yes. It's all important lore.
In a time of war,
Okay.
a wanderer from afar did happen upon the
fucking
village.
stutter.
Great were the
It's trying its best,
trials
alright? Technically, the PS3 is not the place to play PS3 games. PSP games.
Such peril. He had a noble heart and a spirit bound by none.
Okay.
So is revealed our heroic savior. His name rang with the pureness of his soul,
Okay.
like unto a gentle breeze.
Okay.
It's snowing on Mount Fuji.
Are we playing a movie?
Yeah, kind of, actually. I'm not gonna lie to you, the plot of this is very similar to a Naruto movie plot.
You betrayed us?
Betrayed you? I wouldn't put it that way.
I was never on your side to begin with.
I'm an asshole.
Plan.
What?
Oh, dude.
What are you plotting?
Do we unlock these OCs?
I wish.
At last, the day is here.
Finally. I've been waiting a long time for this.
Still struggling, are we? She's a fighter, this one.
Stop that.
But still. No one has ever broken free of my Jibakugan.
That's right, Derek. I hope you like eyes, because this filler adds a new eyes!
Bakugan?
The Jimbakugan!
Is it a mind-controlling eyeball?
It is! It's a mind-controlling eyeball!
Oh, so now we have to fight against our friends.
Final phase of my plan. The time has come for vengeance. We will use our exceptional power. And the Hidden Leaf Village shall be destroyed.
Why is everybody's grief?
So he has a reason. It's because his eyes were deemed too powerful, so they killed his entire clan. Sounds familiar, doesn't it?
Yeah.
But he escapes, and now he's acting out on revenge.
The Leaf Anbu attack.
Wow. I wonder if they'll be both Leaf and Anbu. Haha! So, we're gonna have like 2 minutes, and that's not gonna be nearly enough time to get through this.
That's just not.
I want to just go back a little. How do I menu again?
It's
oh wait,
square.
Square. I remembered. I want to go back one just for a second because I want to check. Is it tactics? No, ninjutsus. I'm looking for a specific ninjutsu, and I don't know if I bought it or not. Definition, nope. This one down here. I bought this though. I'm looking for ones that I didn't buy because if I bought it, then it doesn't matter. Yes. 100 Punch, nope. Those are collections. What is this one? Oh my god, I'm so bad at buttons. I'm so bad at buttons. I'm so bad. All right. Defending kick. Nope, that's not it. Bring down the house. That is definitely not it.
There's 2 more things out there.
There's 2 mystery ones, which I might need to go back for. I will just make a mental note of that as a possibility. I don't know how early I can unlock it. I don't think I can unlock it, like, super early. Wolf, nope. I'm looking for Feather Illusion Jutsu, by the way.
Okay.
For if you're looking. I like that if I press triangle, it doesn't go back to the main menu. It just zooms out. Hound Summoning, that's Kakashi's. Okay, could be hidden in here. Kagura Shingans, nope. I hate that it's square. It should be just circle to go back, you know what I mean?
Yes.
Okay. Beautiful Seasons. Nope. 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 Maybe. Earth Style. Nope.
It might be one of these that's hidden.
We also might not have gotten it yet, too. That's also a possibility. Poison. Nope. Nope.
Sasuke reunion.
Sasuke.
Sasuke is really cool. Sakura the beautiful.
Hazen.
Genjutsu Haze.
Nope. What was this one? Lightning. Nope. Okay. We might go back. Honestly, I'll probably just do them off camera if it's one of the ones that's like hidden.
Yeah, find out which
like,
one you need.
Yeah. It's really not that important to see. I just have to do like a challenge and then I unlock it essentially.
Yeah.
And they're very boring.
Down.
Water style giant bullet, that's not it.
I spit on you!
True though. I think I checked this one already, didn't I?
Yeah.
It's possible that either we haven't got to it yet, or
It's hidden.
it's one of the hidden ones. And if that's the case, I'll just get it off camera. Yeah, because there's 100 punches. Okay. Well, we'll see. I don't need it yet. In fact, I might not need it at all. It's one of those things that's like, it might come up and it might not come up, depending on how hard some of the missions get.
Yes.
Anyways, we'll see you guys in the next part. We'll see you guys then. Peace.